You.
Our microphones are not muted.
That's weird.
Well,
That's
stop
right.
saying things.
Hey guys.
Well, there used to be cool music, but I got a copyright strike for copyright-free
you
music.
don't hear us
So
talking. Hello.
just imagine there's a cool metal song like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's great.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Wow.
I still love that intro.
Hey, everybody.
So if there even is anybody out there, I don't even know.
It is a pretty good intro.
I
Let's see
mean,
if there's
it could definitely be worse.
anybody watching.
There's 3. There's 3 so
I mean,
far. One was me. Give a
Deploribus
couple.
Rex is definitely here.
That's good. Hey, Deploribus. How you doing, buddy? Gotta do this thing and change that. Make it tall. There we go. Perfect.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand
nothing.
why
I
it
didn't say
doesn't
anything.
remember it.
Said well, yeah. You know, the one on Restream looks great, and you just can't touch it or look at it wrong.
Right. Yeah, I know. Each of them has their struggles and issues. So.
Oh, who did that? I think it was you were running Monday. Somebody touched the chat and it like overlaid over a bunch of faces.
Yeah,
and then he was trying to fix
Erudite.
it. Yeah, Erudite was trying to
Assemble.
like fix it and everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
funny.
what's up?
So Deploribus, Lord Gasumba, about 11 other people on there. Cool. Happy Friday night. Welcome to
Friday
episode number whatever the fuck of Grognards Assemble. Where today
It's like 4 or 5.
Oh, I don't know. I don't count. I don't care.
50.
It's like 4
Come on,
Oh,
50.
no,
It's not 50.
We've
Today
been going
is
for
all
over a year. Oh,
things Shadowdark.
yeah.
Hmm?
The good,
You
the bad,
you gotta
ugly.
get the good copy. The real.
Good copy.
The real.
I gave that
copy.
one away.
The real
Roger.
copy. You know, signed by Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We can
all
continue.
do the
picnic.
same thing, Roger.
All right. All right.
All
All right.
All right.
All right.
This is like the
All right.
I wasn't gonna.
I was trying. Oh, Matt.
All
Matt.
right. Hold
Matt.
on. Hold on.
All right. Is your sign dead?
yeah.
Hold on.
Are you signing
Matt-
it to yourself right now?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Ed from Ed.
Matt's gonna make me tear up over here.
This
Hi,
may
Matt.
not work.
Yeah, no kidding.
Peter Cullen Memorial. Oh my God.
Rest in peace.
Listen, I know
Eeyore
this
and
is-
Optimus Prime.
This has nothing to do with
Oh.
the show, but yeah, I'm going to see. I got tickets to see the 40th
Mine version.
anniversary. Did she sign that or what? I'm
No.
going to see the 40th anniversary. They remade it, redid it or whatever, and they're adding
like
some
that
scenes
version.
and all that. I'm going to see it. In a couple weeks. I'm probably gonna tear up in the theater.
Yeah.
So
For what?
Transformers, the
For
40th
Transformers.
anniversary,
Oh,
the apology tour.
Yeah.
They added new scenes. I got
Oh, dear.
tickets in a few weeks. So yeah. She
Okay.
signed the PDF. Yeah, she probably signed your screen. Me too. Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's gonna be awesome, Matt. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna tear up in the theater. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag my kids.
Grown ass
There's
man.
gonna be a bunch of kids that are gonna be like, "Mommy, why is that weirdo old man crying while he's clutching his Optimus Prime toy?"
Now, the
Yeah,
question
me
is,
too.
Roger, is when are you going to get Kelsey to come to CNY?
Spoilers. I'm working on that. It's been
Really?
difficult as of recently
Okay.
because of everything that's gone on in her life. But yeah. So we've I've talked to her about it. We'll see. We'll see
Cool.
where it goes. I've got a few like bigger people that are in the works. And we'll see what happens. See what happens. So
bigger, like more well known, or bigger, like mass.
it's
Well,
funny. you
bigger
mention
mass
that
is not that hard to
because-
do. She's not
because one of
not a
them
big person.
one of them is definitely both. Yeah, right. One of them is definitely both. Definitely both. But
Hi,
yeah,
Joel.
I'm no spoilers. Yeah, Lord Gusumba's in. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun.
Absolutely, we want you back. You were fantastic. I mean, it was great. So,
I
you know.
am promoted to senior staff, and for those of you that didn't watch on Wednesday, I've made myself my own vest, so I could
Yeah,
be cool like
fantastic.
Roger. See?
Yeah,
On the
there you
side,
go.
HYPERBOREA. Yeah.
Did they give you a cane with that and everything?
No, I don't need a cane. I can still walk.
We
Oh, you got a walker. Got it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up, Edgelord.
No,
Yes,
we
it
don't
does.
know. We don't know if Kelsey's coming. I'm working on it. I don't know about for this year. She may be booked up with stuff because everything got kind of pushed, and she hasn't done a lot like this year. She just started coming back to do things. So I know she's going to be really busy for the next year trying to get caught up. So it might not happen, this year, but there has been conversations. There has been conversations about it, and we'll see. We'll see
Very
where
cool.
it goes. So
Well, that would be cool.
good times.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
that'd be great.
happy Friday, everybody. I figured I'd throw this out there. We've got Rich, DM Bloodworth. We've got Game Master Rogers Neighborhood. And in case you don't
Yeah.
remember him from a couple weeks ago, we have Ed from NPCs for Hire. Ed's a cool dude.
Oh.
And Ed is a Shadowdark GM, and that's his main game.
Is
And I
he?
was like, oh, we all play Shadowdark.
Oh.
We should talk about Shadowdark. Because Western Reaches is hopefully coming at some point this calendar year, maybe.
That'd be really cool.
Is it?
But
Is that coming out? Is that
I don't
this
know.
year?
But honestly,
This year?
at this
It's
point-
August.
I don't even care. Because you know what
Western
is
Reaches is
kickstarting?
coming out this year. It is.
You know what is kickstarting
Okay.
next month?
Shadow Sun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's gonna be fantastic. I can't
Yes,
wait.
it is. I can't wait. I actually
I can't wait.
So in preparation for this, I reread the book and took notes. So
Wow.
prepare yourselves. Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That was
That's
Amazing.
fantastic.
seemed way more entertaining than I don't know. Working. So
I think Edgelord's onto something. Lieutenant Dan. I think. I don't know.
You-
I don't know what you think of that,
ain't no one a consequence. You can I don't give a shit. You can call me whatever you want.
Lieutenant.
Shadow Sun, I think will also get me back into Shadow
Yeah,
Dark
and,
Tour.
and Tiffany, yeah, and Lord Gusama mentioned Tiffany. I'd love to get Tiffany back too. She's fantastic. So sorry, I don't mean to overshadow
Sun.
Shadow Dark.
Shadow Dark Sun.
Bad puns.
So no, it's okay. That's what you're here
But
for.
yeah,
And the insightful commentary.
Um,
So well,
so yeah, it's good stuff.
When
Oh,
does
Chubby
that
just
start?
showed up right after you
did he
praised
really?
all of his stuff. Then he shows up.
I just said, Chubby, that I don't give a shit about. Well, I give it somewhat of a shit about Western
Yeah.
Reaches, but I'm way more excited for Shadow Sun. So
Anyway,
anyway,
$5
absolutely.
advertisement he paid for.
no, Greg actually has never given me money. All he does is give me work to
No.
do. Actually, come to think of it,
Oh,
weird.
so sorry.
It is a nice shirt. Thank you, buddy. So
Thank
well,
you,
Ed,
Jay. Appreciate it, Jay.
Ed, you're
Um,
the. I guess it's your second time around. Why don't you start off? Why is Shadowdark your main game? Give us the rundown.
Well, there's layers to it, but when I found it about almost 2 years ago, I really liked it. It was a pivot away from 5e. I was escaping the 5e drama. There was a lot going on. Point is, I liked it. It was easy, and so I jumped to it. And then I suckered my kids into a short one-shot game. They really liked it. Then we got some of their friends together and started a group, and that's what I've been running. I'm on my second campaign right now with it. So
How long did
Yeah.
your first campaign go
So-
for?
just about a year, but we only play every other week. I don't get to play every week. So just about a year, even with some interruptions, because we do like during the holidays, we hit certain things. And as an example, April Fools, we always play a paranoia, one shot, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you said that you came from 5e. Have you
yes.
played anything else? I mean, is that or did you start with 5e or like
You
have
want
any
the
experience
whole
with anything else?
history?
No,
Sure.
I mean we're talking
The
about
abridged
Shadowdark,
version.
right?
The
Okay.
abridged
But
version.
but it's nice to know, right? Like where because a lot of people came from 5e and they haven't played anything else. And then
No.
there's
Oh,
groups
no,
of
no, no,
people
no.
that have played older stuff. and you said you came from 5e, so I just wanted to clarify.
Okay, to clarify, in 1985, I was introduced to Advanced Dungeons and Dragons and Beckme as a kind of ran together. Then a little tryst into 2, we jumped back to AD&D. There was some vampire in there, some Warhammer in there. Paranoia was when I first came across it.
Sure.
3.5, I came back in, then 4, then 5, and now Shadowdark and a few other things.
So
my man has creds.
So why? And this is kind of maybe a question for everybody, right? But and Dan, if I'm getting off of your schedule here,
I don't have
I'm checking the questions. What do you want?
I don't have a schedule.
What made you go and stay with Shadowdark as opposed to, going back to Beckme or BX or something like that?
Well, okay.
Or like OSE. I don't know if you've played OSE or any of the
I actually have a copy. I have a copy of quite a few all digital games. I wanted to go to OSE.
Why did Shadowdark, why is that the one on the top of the pile? And like why aren't you playing OSE, or why aren't you playing BX or Beckme or whatever? I guess that's a question for everybody. Yeah.
Okay, this could change, but ultimately I think it's the first thing I latched on to. There was a lot of glom on it and stuff, and I was watching a lot of other YouTubers, excuse me. And then I read it and I was kind of like, for what I read of it, I'm like, this vibes, you know what I mean? This just works. And like I said, it's a lot of the new rule ideas, but with all the simplicity. And yes, there are differences. There's things that's things I'd like to talk about later. But the point is, It was just easy and we've just been having fun. So it's kind of like right now, why rock the boat? But to answer that question too is I got BX for my birthday. And I'm going to run the kids on the original Keeping the Borderlands as my birthday gift later on.
Nice.
So,
cool.
Yeah. So I think we might pivot away. I don't know. And then somebody got me on HYPERBOREA or something like that. So,
I don't know who that is. Somebody. I don't know. We're not talking about that today, though, are we? Oh,
no, but it comes
on
anyway.
I love this.
Yeah.
Stuff.
No, that's interesting. No, and it's just nice to know, right? Like, and a lot of people, and like, I think,
Greg.
I think Rich and I have talked about this, and Rich, I'm pretty sure you've talked about it on your streams and stuff. But like 5e, like when it started, and like the basic rules of it, and like when they were first talking about really like the playtest materials and stuff, wasn't that bad.
When it was D&D.
I mean, it was, when it was like D&D Next or whatever.
Bad. My early on experience with 5e though was that I played with about 6 different GMs or dungeon masters, whatever you want to call them. And of those 6, 4 stripped out much of what makes 5e. All right. And those were the better game sessions or better like mini campaigns. So they stripped out short rest. They stripped out the death saves. They stripped out all of those things that you would normally associate with 5e, making it more like D&D than what 5e was, and so the 2 times that I played with somebody who was running it 5e raw, let's say, those were not as good experiences. It was dragged out. It was, there was too many different layers of the action economy to be dealing with.
Thank you, Agile.
Yeah, the player characters were, too powerful at first level. At least I still like all 6 of them had always started us off at first level, so that was something, but that was early on. That's before I think a bulk of the player, the player body started, having their characters begin at like level 5, from what I understand, is like the norm now, is that everybody starts at level 5.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
But we're talking about this game.
Yes. So now, if you want me to talk about my introduction to Shadowdark.
Yes, please do.
My introduction to Shadowdark was right from the get-go, right? So I forget if there was the starter set, right? So the quick start, that was a free Kickstart PDF, and as soon as I looked at that, I was like, all right, this is this is pretty cool. And then I believe it was like December 30th, I got the physical copy. All right. And then in January, I went I went to my first convention in January and immediately started running this. All right. And it was, it was a game system that, as someone who had never run it, I was able to do that in a convention setting and it ran smoothly. And the players had never seen it before. I had never run it before, and it was just firing on all cylinders. It's such an easy system to introduce, not just players to Shadowdark, but it was introducing players to tabletop role-playing games. All right, just a phenomenal system to get people started. And it was seamless. I've changed it over time, added some of my own homebrew to it, but I'll get into that later on. But my introduction to it was like right from the get-go, awesome.
All right. And Roger, how'd you get into it?
I don't know. I kickstarted it. Big surprise.
Same.
So, no, I saw it, on Kickstarter and stuff, and with the quick start and all that. And I looked at it and I was like, this is great. It's and it wasn't being sold right, like as like a boiled down version of 5e, even though that's kind of what it is. Like it was like old school gaming and stuff. And I mean, I just really like that, the simplification of everything. And, I thought it was great. And so, I backed it, of course, all in. And, that was it. And I got it, looked through it, ran some one shots and stuff, with it. And then, of course, then the inevitable kind of wave happened, right? Where it was everything. And it was like, like the same thing kind of happened with Morkborg, right? But it's just like, hey, this thing, it's like the new hotness. Everybody's going to make stuff for it. And there's just so much stuff where you can just play. And the system's like that easy. It's almost like, OD&D to the point of simplicity where it's so easy to generate content and stuff for it. And you could just play whatever genre you want. I got a pile of books. Chubby obviously worked on like the player's guide and the GM's guide, which, the player's guide added like 30 something classes or whatever, which is just great. It just adds a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And I
brought those to talk about.
So, I mean, it's just good stuff. So, I mean, I ran it like I ran Basic Fantasy for a little while, and then we switched to Castles and Crusades, and then we switched to Shadowdark for a little bit.
Okay.
And did that. So, I mean, we could talk about the Western Reaches. I mean, there's stuff that it lacks, but, and we'll talk about whether, where that's going to go, later, I guess. Right. But running it,
we talk about, it's fun.
Running it with Chubby stuff was just,
Shadow Room is awesome. Yeah.
But it's easy to bring people on board too. I mean, 5e, yes, they can step right into it. I had one guy who was completely new to role playing. He'd never played a game before, and he's like, "Oh, how do I get into one of these things?" I said, "You ask me, and I'll let you come join." So he fell right into it. Never a problem.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, I can imagine like with 5th edition, like somebody new comes in, and now like you got to explain the entire character sheet to them, or like, here's these things, these are skills, these are that there's a lot more kind of work, whereas with Shadowdark, it's like, I don't even know why there's a character sheet, you know what I mean? You just jot it down in the margins, like you don't really need a whole lot.
It is definitely a game you could have your whole character sheet on a 3x5 index card. I tend to like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
J-Bash likes Swords and Wizard White Box. I also enjoy Swords and Wizard White Box a lot.
Sure.
Is there anything in the that you wish the base game had?
Yeah, everything.
Doesn't. Okay.
I think everything that's coming with Western Reaches, I think it did need that, but
it's a double-edged sword. I think because I think if Shadowdark came out and had all this extra stuff.
Right.
I think it would have been too much.
Yeah.
So it needed
could have
to
been,
be this
yeah.
basic thing. And I'm almost worried that with Western Reaches coming out, now it's like, okay, now in order to play this game, well, you need the core book and you need the Western Reaches book and you need these 4 zines and you need these couple extra supplemental books. And it's like, I don't know. I think it's too much at this point.
Well, hear me out.
I'll hear you out, but
I know.
wrong too.
But the first release of Shadowdark is kind of like the basic version, where Western Reaches, even though it's got a title that's not like this is the expert set, it's feeling like this is the expert upgrade.
Right.
The carousing
I agree,
table
sure.
is amazing. We have so much fun with that new carousing table in there because it's not city defined or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of things. I'm dying to know what's in this, the DM's half of it, because the GM's half of it, because I don't know. The things that kind of I wasn't happy with was like the money, the gold, the value. It's like they toted it as a like this is a bonus. You kind of as the DM get to decide how XP goes, and you could deal with how you decide XP per gold. But it doesn't really give a definition. And unfortunately, sometimes I think as DMs, even that we need a little more context to what you were planning. But sure, you figure it out.
Tora nailed it.
Yeah.
I hate the overland travel rules. They are not complete. And the thing that drives me nuts is there's no ships or ship travel in the core book.
Correct.
Yet they give you 2 pages of ocean encounters.
Yeah.
This could have been avoided by simply making travel a spread, right? And I mean, I hate the fact that the distance traveled is measured in hours instead of time. Ring. It's about that time. To ring it. Old man volume.
Should I answer my potential spam? No.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like the first thing I did in Shadowdark was I just scrapped this whole thing and imported the overland travel rules and the seafaring rules from this game, from OSE.
Yeah.
Because these work, and it's a great procedure. This does not have an overland travel procedure, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, that sounds like she's pissed. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. She doesn't have me on speed dial. I swear.
Yeah.
Of all the phone numbers, it's yours. She has.
Yeah.
Call Rich.
So
Call him now.
Victor wishes the races were a bit more fleshed out. I'm okay with the races just basically being distilled to an ability. I like that there's no dark vision. They're mostly just window dressing.
Yeah. That because that supports the whole torch mechanic. It will kind of defeat the purpose of the torch mechanic. And I love the torch mechanic. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's gimmicky or whatever." The torch mechanic quite literally lights a fire under the players' asses. You know, and
I mean, it definitely is gimmicky. But it's good.
It is gimmicky, but
it achieves what it's
gimmick.
meant to do. And
absolutely
to encourage the players to keep it rolling.
But even Dan used it a couple sessions ago in Hyperborea, but instead of as a torch, he did it as a spell timer. I was like, oh, that's a genius idea. It's like, why didn't I think of that before?
Yeah.
It's like, that was cool.
Yeah.
So,
for their water breathing spell?
Yep. Faster is a good thing.
It works great. And I mean, when I run Shadowdark, I don't do a flat hour. I do an hour plus or minus 10 minutes. So they don't know exactly, and they can't set their phones because that drives me nuts. Because that's just metagamey and lame.
Yeah, like I said, none of my players actually set their phones to it. It's like I'm the one doing it. I don't know. Roger said his players set it to, it's probably Dan, right? Dan sets his own phone to it, or no?
No,
I get a sand timer.
I got
a sand timer that I put up.
What do you do if it ends halfway through the timer and then you've got to reset the timer?
I
have a second sand timer.
I have 2 sand timers.
Okay. What happens if that goes out 15 minutes into that timer?
I mean,
then their third torch is going to be kind of shitty.
I mean, it just doesn't. It doesn't happen. I do also have 2 half-hour timers, and I've kind of switched to those too, using half-hour timers. For the torches and stuff, and that really
certain things. That's what I do to the players,
because with an hour timer, like after like the first session of that, like my players got super efficient, and then it was like they only needed 1 torch per dungeon.
Yep,
because they're just like boom, boom, boom. They so
don't let them know the torch timer. Don't let them know the death timer, and then they're like, ooh.
Yeah. You kill the previous timer with
Yeah.
a new timer, but he's
Right.
saying,
But he's saying,
if
you're
I've got an
waiting
hour
for
timer,
for the sand in the glass to continue all the way through. Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah,
no,
I agree.
yeah, it's fine.
Gotta attack the light. Oh,
Yeah.
Grim Games.
There's no-
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you gotta
that, that's the other thing, and I think a lot of people forget to do that.
Yeah,
I think
I
a lot
do.
of people forget,
I have your goodies.
to have the torch could get dropped and sputtered out or whatever, or
Yeah.
throw water elementals at them. That's always fun.
Yeah.
It's like all of your torches are. I've never had my players actually end up in total darkness.
Really?
They've always been
Oh.
pretty
I have
pretty
once,
good
yeah.
with a mental note of, hey, how's the torch coming along?
Yeah.
Oh no, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
I've had it happen before. I mean, they're not always running around in dungeons, right? Sometimes they're above in the
Mhm.
overworld using proper travel
Yeah.
rules and that sort of thing. But I've definitely had it happen, and I have had TPKs because of it, because they get torn to pieces real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which is
the
awesome.
System is.
So-
Yeah, my first adventure that I wrote for Shadowdark, the Shards of Ymir that I ran at like 3 years worth of conventions. There is one scene that they could end up going into, which is like a troll lair, and that's really the only one. The rest of the adventure is all wilderness.
Yeah.
Virtually all wilderness, so they never need them other than to use them for their campfires at night. And but I've never had a group go into the troll caves, so always miss those. Always miss the ice trolls.
Have you ever had players? Any of you ever had players that get really bummed out when they just suck at every single cast of their spells and they basically don't get to play their class? Because
Yep.
I definitely have.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you do anything to
Yes.
mitigate that?
No.
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 The
Well, I
only
know
thing I
that-
did in the initial was I let everyone just, if anyone wanted to throw in a token, they could just keep re-rolling, but it was burning tokens.
Oh,
So
sure.
Either way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I know somebody had said that they were using a rule where they would let them get the spell off once. Like you couldn't, like if you failed, if you rolled and failed,
That's
you
a sly
wouldn't lose
flourish
it.
thing. Yeah.
right. You
Bingo.
wouldn't lose it until like that. You try to cast it again until you get it off once, and then then that's it.
I thought it was
Yeah.
as long as one spell has been cast, then all the other spells are on the table. But
I mean, that's the way that I've heard. But whatever. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
like that. I mean, I think
I house ruled more tokens for convention play anyway, so
Yeah,
they generate
okay.
more
They're
tokens,
kinda playing
and I
pulpy and
encourage them to
everything.
burn them, and use them, and that's really the only way that particular adventure wasn't resulting in almost every time
Thanks, Agile.
TPKs, because without those extra tokens. There's no way they were getting through that adventure. The adventure was very challenging, but it was very challenging because I knew I was giving them extra tokens. So they earned a token every time they rolled an 18, 19, or 20. And then there was a token
Okay.
pool
Oh,
in the center
you're a
that they
generous
can pull
god.
from.
Wow.
And so
well, for a
that-
convention game though, he's talking
Yeah,
about.
that's okay.
yeah,
That's fair.
for a convention game. Yeah,
Like, that's-
for a home
yeah.
game, no, I never
No, that's
did that.
awesome.
They had their 3 tokens that they could that they started off with during a game, and there was they weren't going to earn back any tokens until the next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul. On Paul's note, he said, "What's a good sign of a good casting system?" I mean, I think the problem is like people are too used to like just being able to cast their spell and having it go off, and like so Shadowdark tries to like mitigate that by doing the
Right.
roll to cast. And there's just players that that they want to like min max, like they want certainties that they can have their spell go off. And I'm
Yeah.
like completely against. Like I like Magic being fiddly, or being fickle, right? Like where it's
Mhm.
it sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. Sometimes something terrible
Yeah.
happens, mishaps and crits
Mm.
and all that stuff. I like that stuff. So I mean, so I think the casting system in Shadowdark is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't.
It does just feel bad though, especially at low levels, if a caster just doesn't get to play their class for a session.
Okay,
That
but
sucks.
then but like the players are going to complain about that, but then when they get to 6th level and they roll, they get the thing where they can, they roll with advantage on a spell, and they're rolling fireball with advantage.
Yeah.
A player's not going to go, oh,
Yeah,
you know
I've-
what?
I've-
This is
I've-
too
I've
powerful.
had
Let me
that
pump the
happen.
brakes on this.
I have
So-
had that happen.
So I have no.
It completely breaks the whole game.
I mean, that's the curve. That's the curve of it. Like, yeah, of course
Yeah.
they're not going to be as powerful as a fighter at lower levels, but
No.
at
The-
some
the-
point
the-
they're going to
the
surpass
wizard-
the
The
fighter.
wizard
Like, that's
spell
the thing.
advantage thing should be a 2 on the 2d6, just like priest is. It
Right.
shouldn't be a fucking 7 to 8.
Right.
Hmm.
So I get that, but that's the thing.
Right.
Like,
What do you-
so you know,
Wait, what do you mean, Dan?
The wizard talent. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's 8 to 9. Gain
Oh,
advantage on
oh,
casting
oh.
1
8 to
spell
9.
you know. When you get a
Got
wizard
it.
that has that on fireball and has gotten like 2 + 1 to spellcasting checks,
Yeah.
they have
Yeah,
a fantastic
that-
hammer, and every problem is a nail. So when I
But
run
that
it,
same
honestly, you know what I do for wizards? Level 1 or 2 spells only. I'm a dick.
yeah, but see, it doesn't matter because for me, because that same guy is gonna be the guy that's gonna cry at level 1, and it's like, no, you just wait, you'll be fine, and like whatever.
Well-
So I mean, I think it's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
Shellback says
that's
the
my
oldest
opinion,
master of the
obviously,
wonderful
which
chance to
No.
is not wrong, but
Well, Roger, or Rich, do either of you see yourself sticking with Shadowdark for a while, or you guys think you're going to peace out in some time?
well, I'm glad you asked that because we just
thing you say.
So I was going to stay with it. I was going to stay with it for a while, and I ended up switching to Forbidden Lands, like a few weeks ago. And so the reason we did that was because I'm really running like an old school type of like D&D game, what they would call a West Marches game these days,
Right.
which I don't like that terminology, but you know, and Forbidden Lands has kind of always fit just exactly with what I'm doing. And so, you know, we switched to that. And like I was waiting for the Western Reaches stuff, and then I started using some of that stuff. I had some of my own rules, and then it got to the point where like I'm house ruling stuff and I'm changing things, and I'm like, I just want to go to a system that's going to work and do what I need it to do.
Yeah.
And so that's why I switched away from it. I think that the system's fine. I think that it works perfectly to do exactly what it was designed to do. And Lord Gusamba agrees with me. West March is a stupid name. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. Like I like that guy was Ben Robbins. Is that the guy that coined that? And he's like talking about this stuff, and I'm like, that's just Dungeons and Dragons, dude. Like, I don't know. But you know, whatever. So he's got more clout than I do, so you know. But you know, yeah, I mean, Shadowdark is great for being in emulating the Fafford and the Grey Mouser kind of stories, and I love those stories, and I think it's fantastic. Yeah, you've run yeah. So there you go. I mean, that's
So
I agree, Jay.
Vic was in chat talking about. Oh, just scrolled off. So his solution is to be lower level spells with lower DCs, like cantrips that are 5+ tier instead of 10+ tier or something like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really have any like Shadowdark cantrippy type books. I've got a lot of Shadowdark
there's stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen stuff.
Well, you
and
have
stuff
the the other thing I like about Shadowdark is the I do like the cursed scrolls. I mean, they do add so much to it, and it'll be up to 6 of them. By the time that Western Reaches is fully out there, and I mean, the other thing I liked about Shadowdark was these here, these little single card.
Those are great. Those are great.
I mean, unbelievable. It's like, so, if you're normally running something else, and you only have like 3 players show up, and it's like, all right, well, out of 8, let's say 3 out of 8 don't show up. It's like, hey, you know what? Instead of just blowing off, this whole session and everything, why don't we play something else? Well, what do you want to play? Well, let's throw something together. You can create a Shadowdark character online with the Shadowdarklings, .net, I think it is, or .com, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
You can create a character in less than 5 minutes. All right, and then bust out one of these and run this in 2 hours, and or maybe 3, but they're usually a lot faster than that. And boom, boom, done. And you haven't lost you haven't lost the time. You've maybe introduced some new players to something very quickly. These things are awesome. All right. And there's what, like 6 or 8 of them that came with the first Kickstarter.
There's 6. There's
six.
The first scroll. Well, there's 3 out in print.
Yeah.
The other 3 are in PDF only.
And then there's these that came with it. So you have like 9 really quick adventures.
These things
that you can throw out, to them, and they're awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. As far as the extra things that came along. I mean, I love this presentation for a character sheet. I mean, it's double-sided for spellcasters, but you have everything here. The other, great things that Shadowdark does that I borrow and bring into my other systems is it's slot system for equipment. All right. Now I know that came from Index Card RPG, but still it's an awesome system. It makes everything very, very simple to do. Because I think most game systems are just too tedious for whether it's, encumbrance value from CNC or, just tallying up your carrying capacity for any D&D type of thing. I just like it. It's streamlined.
My only thing on that, and it's great for that, Rich. I agree with you 100% on that stuff. My only thing, and the only thing that for me, and this is like a downside, right, is like, I know you could just play the core game, right? It's really easy. I like that it's really easy to throw this into a backpack.
Yeah.
It's a small size book. It's a little thick, but it's not bad. You could throw it in a backpack, and you don't even need character sheets, right? I mean, you could fold up a bunch of them, put them in here, or you could just have paper, right? Because it's that simple.
Yeah.
And but like with adding the Western Reaches stuff, like I said, or like the zines, and like it just gives you more to carry. I know you don't need it. But I think like if you're going to start saying that you need that stuff to play a decent game or you want people to have all these other choices, like now it just becomes a bloat where you got to carry around, 5 or 6 books or whatever. And I
agree. I don't like having 7 PDFs open when I'm running Shadowdark.
Right. And that's why like Matt mentioned that earlier. He took all that stuff and he made a player's guide and he went through the PDF and he combined everything into one book and redid the page numbers and Brett had it print, and he's got his own, player's guide to Shadowdark. And like, I get it, but like, I don't want all this extra bloat and stuff. And like, I'm afraid that like there's going to be like when Western Reaches comes out, like there's going to be a drop off of people that are playing it because now they need to have all this extra stuff.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if, we got to see how much is actually in the Western Reaches, but, I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm looking for the quick. I'm looking for the quick guides that were put out that Arcane Library gave to Rising Phoenix, because Rising Phoenix was the first game convention that they did organized play for in joint with Arcane Library, and so they sent them these spiral bound a player's guide, which was just the player character section.
Oh, yeah.
And then the complete core rules, but in a spiral bound that was, a little bit less bulky as this. I wish I should have taken those out of the box someplace. I have them in, and brought those out just to show. But they were phenomenal. It was very, very similar to what Tom Wilson did with Dragon Slayer when he ran his game Singed, and he got just a player's guide from Dragon Slayer and put that in a spiral binding, I believe, as well, and just awesome. I would do the same thing with Hyperborea or any of those other things. Sure. Just take it and create a player's guide to bring to the table, and that way you eliminate that. But doing all that streamlining is a little bit less necessary if you're just running Shadowdark core.
Right.
Yeah.
Just have the one bulk.
Or if you're running
Yeah.
like, I mean, if you're running like anything else, like I know a lot of this stuff like requires the core book or whatever to run, but you really don't need it. You know, just level up or
Hey,
like
Fox,
XP
feel
stuff,
better,
but,
buddy.
Like, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's Blacklight. That's one book. If you want, you know, future kind of, you know,
Yeah.
Stranger Things type stuff. That's Victor. He's in the chat. You know, it's a
Yeah.
fun game. Ran that a couple times. Obviously, there's Shadow Rim. It's just one book. You just need the one book to carry around. I think it's fantastic. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
Shadow City, right? If you want the vampire
Yeah.
vibe. And this, Jesus, chubby sales of this has got to be starting to go up. That had to jump within the last couple of days, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
I know Rich knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, post-apocalyptic. There's this Atomic Shadows that I got. I got the whole
There
Celtic
are a
thing,
lot of
Celtic-
very cool
It's just
setting books for
tons of
Shadowdark.
stuff. Shadow.
Well, yeah,
Sun,
and that's
I
the
mean,
other
Yeah.
thing. Like we
Yeah.
haven't mentioned it actually yet, but third-party support for Shadowdark is through the roof.
It is.
crazy. Right.
There's a lot of fantastic stuff.
But
There's
how
also
do
a
you
lot
know
of
it's
shit.
the best stuff? Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
There's
There
a
you
lot
go.
of shit.
Yeah. And Vic said his next Shadowdark book would be standalone. And I mean, honestly, like, I mean, I think a lot of this stuff is standalone. Like, I know you don't have like the XP tables in here or whatever.
Right,
You
because
know,
it's
or
meant to
maybe,
go
like, what
with the core book.
stats do or whatever. Yeah, but like, I mean,
But
you-
also
you run the
current level
game
times
once,
10
It's not that much.
is-
Yeah, I mean, it's not that difficult to fill in the blanks of,
No,
of
no,
some
no.
of that stuff. So,
No. Well,
you know.
speaking of, you were talking about bloat earlier, and when I got into this, of course, I'm just playing the core book, and then even Western Regions was coming out, but I already started tinkering with the game, started adding more crap to it. Like, did I need to? No, but I did. Started coming with my own charts, own characters,
That's part of the
stuff
fun,
like
though.
that.
Like I do that in every game. Like
Yeah.
yeah, that's the kind of thing I like to do. So I unfortunately added more
Shadowdark-
crunch.
Shadowdark was built and is sort of out there and pushed as like small, easy, quick, you know what I mean, type of thing.
Mhm,
And I think
yeah.
adding in all
Yeah.
the Western Reaches stuff, it's no longer a lot of those things. You know, that's my only. And I'm not saying that the system's bad or that I'm going to abandon it or whatever. I mean, technically, we already switched away from it at the table. But I mean, I'll run one shots of the stuff. I mean, I have zero problem running Shadowdark. It's not that
I enjoy
I
Shadowdark.
got sick of it that
Yeah.
way.
Okay.
I
That's
think
something for
it's
later.
fantastic.
I'll just do it now.
No.
Do it now
no,
because no.
because
Listen,
we'll
forget
forget.
it.
let me.
No,
let
it's
me
not
tell you
a list.
this.
It's just
Hold on.
suggestions.
Should
Let
do-
the conversation flow.
Well, here's what I want to know,
Go.
because
Yeah.
Dan, you had mentioned this in the video 2 weeks ago. You had said Shadowdark ran its course. I was curious what that meant to you.
Ooh.
To me, I have so much Shadowdark stuff coming in from Kickstarters that I backed
Yeah.
a year plus ago, and I'm not actively playing it right now. And
Yeah.
I know I keep like this is what I'm looking forward to.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I grew up playing Dark Sun. That was my main setting when I was playing AD&D 1E2 as a kid. Like,
Fair.
but I'm getting a lot in, and it's like, oh, cool, it's another setting. Like I'll read through it. There's cool shit in there, but it's like, when am I going to run this? And
Right.
it's
Well,
kind of the same thing with Western Reaches. Also, the world map that she shared is like it doesn't look big enough. It looks like a
it's-
region, not a world.
Exactly.
Wow.
Well, but see, you are really hyping up Hyperborea.
Because it's awesome.
And I get that. But in the end, are you always going to mostly run Hyperborea, or is there going to be a game someday or like go, oh, Hyperborea was fun, and now I'm on some new?
Historically, I've always ventured out to other games, but I always wind up coming back to an AD&D 1E style game.
Okay.
Either
All right.
1E itself, like Swords and Wizardry Complete Revised, which is basically AD&D 1E light, Hyperborea, Osric, like that. That's kind of like my natural, like desired crunch state. So I always
Okay.
wind up there.
Either of you
And
guys, Rich?
And I take these stories.
I'm like Dan. I will run something for quite some time, and then I will, move off of it, go switch to 2 or 3 other games for, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, and then I'll always carry one a little bit longer, and then the other 2 I will shift out and go to something else. So currently, I am currently right now. I'm only running Castles and Crusades. All right, I'm just down to one night a week, but I'm looking for 2 more games to bring into my schedule, and Shadowdark could definitely be one of those that I go back to. So there are games that I always go back to, or game systems I always go back to. Castles and Crusades, I keep on going back to it. Shadowdark, I will most likely go back to, especially when some of these setting books and everything come out.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to it. I'm looking to break genre, so I don't want to go back to just running 3 fantasy genre game systems. It's just it's just a little bit too much, and so it might be a while before I go back to OSE.
Blacklight is cool.
So that's our new favorite go-to. I'm supposed to run a Halloween with that, which I've still not got an adventure written up for. Hopefully none of my players are watching this.
I just ran Ravenloft.
I wanted to find out about that. You guys have been talking about it. I've been dying to find out.
Well, he was supposed to run it at CNY, but it turns out conventions are a lot of work, and he was sleepy by the end of
Yeah.
Most of it.
Next year.
Did you change anything?
Next year for sure. I ended up. Did I change anything, or what was the question? Did I change it?
Blacklight, when you use Blacklight with Ravenloft.
So what I did was I basically boiled down the castle. I didn't want to run the castle like as it is, because it's sort of like maze-like, and it's like a big map, and there's, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different places to go. So I made a list of like maybe 15 to 20 rooms that are kind of like important, and said, okay. And I drew like a point crawl map that said, this room leads to this hallway leads to these rooms. Okay. You go down here into the larders, and that goes to the catacombs, and that goes to these tombs, and kind of like that, right? So I just had this like star map, I guess you call it, you know what I mean, where everything just kind of branches off.
It's it's called a directed graph mathematically.
A directed graph, something like that, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I basically ran it as a point crawl.
I like point crawls.
So, and I think I'll run it different. Like I think I'll try and get the whole thing mapped out. But I don't want to run like the actual map, because it'll take forever to play it. There's a lot of empty rooms and all that. And basically I had them come through a portal with the mission of, Strahd is trying to escape. This happens every year or whatever. And, his universe is going to merge with ours or whatever type of thing. You got to go in and take care of them. And I used the Taroka cards. I had my own cards that I made up. And I said, okay, this is where Strahd is. This is where the Sun Sword is. This is where the thing, you know what I mean? And I put Madame Eva in the basement in the jail. And they can go find her, and she'll tell them where the things are. And that was pretty much it. And then they went in. They heard the organ playing, as they do, and they went in. There's a whole buffet set up. Yep. And I had this huge speech that Strahd was going to give them, that they only have 4 hours till planar midnight, and he takes over, and explain that he's going to give them that time before he comes and kills them to find all the things. And as soon as they walked in the room and I started that speech, one of the players shot him in the head. So
we shot the puppet, right?
Well, so I had actually Strahd there, but so he turned into a bat and leaves. And then I have him, and I think so next time I run it is as they come in, he's going to give them the speech as they're walking through the first floor. I might have something recorded or whatever.
All right.
But I basically had a time limit. I think it was 3 hours.
Recording?
Right? This 4-hour slot. And then so I have 3 hours, and I said 3 hours. And then at that 3-hour mark, that's where he was going to come and find them no matter what. Yeah. So I might record like that speech, that he does, and then maybe put random encounters like in there. I don't know.
Send me a script.
So yeah, it'll make your recording. So
I kind of like the idea. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So Jay Bash mentioned he didn't back Western Reaches. What's the map scale? This is the map scale in the player's guide. I just copy pasted it into GIMP.
I'm sure that the GM's map will have hexes and scaling and distances between all of these points.
Okay, but given that every other map and every other Cursed Scroll zine is, a fold on 2 pieces of A5, and we know about how large the hexes are. I don't know. It just seems small and unbelievable to me personally. But that why did
Oh boy.
no, hang on. There we go. I fixed it. No, don't worry.
Yeah.
But no, Matt had a great comment that I think is an interesting point. Shadowdark's future success will depend upon the referee's guide for Western reaches. If it's lackluster, I suspect it'll start to fade. I agree.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
the third-party content and the fact that it's easy to mod, because like I said, I've experienced that myself. I've made a class for it and other things. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
It's very it is. I agree.
So I think Rich pointed out that it's obvious that you could take this and drop this in places and just use it easy. You don't have to struggle with it. So I think that will hold it. But yeah, it might fade in other ways and just like, that's not the game we play anymore.
I mean, I still overall I very much enjoy it. I think it's a very good chassis for a game. I think once you just add a little bit more spice to it, it gets fantastic. There's just very, very minor things that I personally change. Like, I don't make the torch a flat hour. Like I said, I just adjust it a bit up or down 10 minutes. Just
and they did that the way that he does it in Blacklight. Ed, I don't know if you're aware. It's like you have like flashlights and stuff, and there's batteries.
Oh, well, I've ran it.
You have like night. Oh, you have her on Blacklight. Okay.
Yeah, I've done two. I made 2 adventures. One where you start out as regular soldiers on a regular routine mission, and you run into Baba Yaga, and the other one was like a fish people were attacking a village in the middle of Minnesota.
Nice.
That's fine. Nice. Get them. No one likes Minnesota.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's fun. So yeah, doing Ravenloft with it was definitely cool. And I just had a handful of like random encounters, and I just did like random cards that I flipped out for that stuff. And so like when they'd come to the room, I would flip the card. And if it was blank, there's nobody in there. Or if it was one of these, I think I had like 9 random encounters, and so it was like one of those things. It was pretty cool because I got to use the cards, for that. So
that's fair.
It was fun. Yeah.
Rich, are you actively running any Shadowdark games now or no?
No, like I said, the only thing I'm actively running right now is CNC. I am waiting to, and actually I just checked the updates on Shadowdark, and she said the end of the month, the PDF of the Game Masters tome will be out.
Oh,
the
end of
August
this
or
month?
September?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
There's,
so she
there's
said
3 days. So
this came out 4 days ago.
Okay.
Let me just.
All right. Well, you know what? I trust Kelsey and her delivery times a hell of a lot more than I trust Exalted Funeral, because they also said that
I
the
did want to
backer
leave
kit was
folks
gonna be
waiting
up again
until the very end of August for an update. That would include this document, but I expect to have it done in a week or 2. All right. So I estimate there's about 9 writings and layout days left to go.
Yeah.
All right. And so, and again, this was 4 days ago. So, so a week or 2. Then another 2 days of formatting and checks, finishing 1,000 clickable hyperlinks. But she said a week or 2. So maybe second week of September, let's say.
Okay. Matt, are you running actual B2 or are you running this bad boy? Because Letters from the Dark is pretty cool.
Well, this is not Keep on the Borderlands.
Well, I didn't know if he
I mean, it's close.
That.
I mean,
it's close, but it's inspired by, you can say.
Yeah, B2 is definitely better.
Yeah, I would agree. This is fun though. I've run this.
It is. It is fun. It is absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. There's I was in a brief, 6 session or so game of this. I do want to run this.
Oh yeah.
At some point from when
Tom puts together really good.
He does, and we had some struggles with Roll20 while running it, and the maps felt very claustrophobic. So I would change. I'd probably change the squares to 10-foot squares. And I would just use a party token because there was a lot of, I don't know.
Why are you using Roll20? And now
Because that's-
aren't you a Foundry guy?
That's well, yeah, but Jeff ran this using Roll20
Oh.
on Erudite's channel.
Sorry. That's
so,
right. That's
but
right.
yes, I am a Foundry guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really, really cool stuff for Shadowdark. I just got Phil Harvick's
There is
4th book, and this is really cool. When you flip through this, it's like a pirate adventure for Shadowdark, which is funny.
Oh, cool.
You get the boat travel rules in Curse Scroll 3, so I need extra books to run.
Yeah.
Grumble. Yeah, but I mean,
Well,
there's a lot of really great stuff for it that I do want to not just read, but play and enjoy and share with my friends. Matt's Living Darkness is another one.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that. I brought mine too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big old stack. But
yeah, this is good stuff. I liked his witch timer in here. Is
yes,
pretty cool.
I steal that
Pretty
now.
cool. Yeah.
Like any time I think of something
No,
that
it's
needs
awesome.
to be timed.
I'm
That's
thinking you
awesome.
guys
Yeah.
might be
Thanks,
feeling a
Matt.
little bit oversaturated because you bought so much already.
Oh my
So
God,
listen,
Rich,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
Listen.
I think that's a self-induced, dilemma, right? It's like,
Yes.
I think it's really oversaturated. I only bought 50 things that are supplements to it. It's like I'm
Rich,
still running from this thing here.
What are you
and-
trying to
and you're-
say,
I've-
Rich?
2 right now.
I have run
Yeah.
What are
this.
you trying-
I had a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of fun with that.
This is what
This seems
I
like
mean,
fun. Yeah.
I've bought
It
several
is a lot of fun.
adventures,
I
but-
changed it rather than because I was running it in an island hopping game, rather than having it be a building in a town that kept burning down. I had
spoilers.
that's like on the first page. I had it keep coming back every time it sunk as a different ship, and I had a little table where one
okay.
time it was like a sloop, one time it was like a
Okay.
galleon. It's like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll hold up
but-
another book. I have this book.
I mean, these
Oh
are the
my
only
God.
2 supplements that I've
That's
bought.
it.
Oh
That's
boy.
it. So the first one was Shadow Rim, and then I picked up Shadow Sun, waiting for the new one to come out. But that's it. Western Reaches, and I'm good. I'm good with that. Plus
Yeah.
adventures like Tom Wilson's adventures,
Oh yeah, like
especially the
Zine
ones that are
Adventures.
set
Yeah.
in the Hyborian Age. So you're basically running Conan in with Shadow Dark.
Which ones of
that's
Tom's
it.
are in the Hyborian age?
The first
Enlighten
one.
me. Spend my money while I'm on stream.
Oh boy.
So let's see. So you have Tower of the Outer God.
Okay.
Tower of
Sure
the
looks like
Elephant.
an elephant to me.
Yes. And
Tower God
the
Elephant.
Slumbering City.
Okay.
And then
What?
is the Crumbling Keep of Kashmir set in Hyborian?
It did not seem Hyborian to me. I was not getting
so
Hyborian
these
vibes
two
at all.
are definitely Hyborian.
Okay.
All right. This one actually introduces, basically the Conan character. So you have your
Okay.
barbarians,
All right.
in here and yes, they are. He's a Sumerian, and they're, so these two are definitely Hyborian.
Yeah, because I honestly
Hyborian Age.
I didn't really know about Tom Wilson as a creator until this.
Yeah.
So until Crumbling Keep of Kashmir. 'cause
Yeah,
it
no,
was-
definitely
oh my
check
God.
out this one. The Slumbering City is an awesome adventure, especially for convention play, because there's 100 different ways to finish it. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like 100 different ways for them to go through it. It's just an amazing adventure. Very open-ended as to how it ends.
What lies beyond the walls of the ageless dreaming city? Oh, okay. So it's based off of Zuthal of the Dusk, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
So, but yeah, I've pretty much kept my collection of Shadow
Same,
Dark
Shadowdark.
third-party stuff pretty tight, and that's why I'm not feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, Mr. I've backed like 700 Kickstarters.
Oh,
Rich, we're all addicts.
I meant they're pretty tight on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chthonic Musings 188, the genius prophet, according to Craig
Oh,
Terra
boy.
Invictus. I love the way you organize information in Terra Invictus, by the way. I steal that from when I'm doing notes in my notebook now, with like what you can see and what you can hear and like, that kind of thing.
all of us investing in these different things. I have a couple Kickstarters like Western Reaches and stuff coming in. I'm still waiting on. I bought in Deathbringer. I'm interested. But the thing is, like I said, I got this BX, and the reason I got it was I wanted to give my kids, silly father thing, the old school experience.
Yes, for sure.
So I thought it'd be fun. Sure. My concern is I get into this and go, I like this better. And then it's like all this stuff I invested in. Oh crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys have more than me. I can only afford so much things. So yeah.
I have poor impulse control.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you like board games?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Let's not even go there. I can't talk about
all right.
Well, I have 3 4x4 calyxes full of board games.
I've got maybe 4. I'm over 400, probably 425, 430, somewhere in there.
All right. Well, I have to be selective there too. So,
me too. My buddies and I used to play a shitload of board games, and then COVID happened. But I kept buying board games, thinking, "Oh, surely we'll get back together." And then people got married and shot out kids and divorced,
Paul's only at 200 backs on Kickstarter.
I think I'm at like 140, and
I'm at 100.
Most of them are zines.
I'm at like 99.
Oh Jesus!
I have bills.
I'm getting close to 700. I'm getting close to 700.
700.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
No, listen, Tenkar's got me beat. Tenkar's got like 800.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That's all you got to say.
Plays BX.
I would love that, Vic. A Shadowdark Advanced Edition with just some cool extra bit more crunchy rolls. That'd be awesome.
I think that's what they should do with all the stuff with the Western Reaches and everything else. Combine it all into one book, and have a bunch of stuff.
I sometime I should send you guys the one character I made class. I'd love to see your guys' take on that. If it's too crunchy.
What class did you make?
I made an Artificer.
Okay, cool.
I like the Artificer, but the ones I saw people made, I just wasn't happy with what they did. But I haven't seen everybody's.
Do any of you guys have the Shadowfinder books?
No.
So there's 2 of them. The GM's Guide's coming soon. First one was the bestiary. Someone took all the monsters from Pathfinder 1 and converted them to Shadowdark stat blocks. There's no art. It's just a giant book of stat blocks.
Well, they can't put art. Like if they put art in there, it would be 1,200 pages. Yeah, I mean,
the book would be as thick as it is.
What's a few more? Let's just do a few pages.
It'd become a cube. But they came out with the Shadowfinder Player's Guide, and they took all the Pathfinder 1E classes and converted them to Shadowdark, so you can play like a kineticist or a gunslinger or a magus, which I think is cool. So
I mean, I'm really like 4 core classes is all I need. The only reason I went with Chubby's Player's Companion and not the Western Reaches stuff is because I didn't want to have multiple books at the table. Yeah, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do all the
he's got
stuff. This book has like 32 classes. Like whatever, I could hand that to my players, and I only got one book that they can, look through. I don't have 8 books at the table because I hate having multiple books.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yep.
For the record, I'm at 673. 673 is where I'm at.
That's a lot.
I'm at 99.
You're probably
gonna at 99.
You're gonna pass Tenkar though, because I know he's slowed down a lot on backing stuff.
Yeah, I know. I got to get ahead. It's a race.
I know you're ahead of Agile.
Catch up.
You guys had that during the Zendria launch, I remember.
Yeah, so. Vic, keep putting stuff out there. I'll keep backing it.
Vic,
I'm trying to find a way to get you here.
I'm waiting for the offset books for Modern Essentials and Cutting Edge and
Modern Necessities.
Modern Necessities. Well, Modern Essentials, the OSC version, but yeah. So
we're trying to get Vic here for CNY.
That'd be fun.
Be great.
Yeah, Western Reaches is going to be all the zines in one book plus a few more things. I think that'll help a lot.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. My perfect game has 26 plus 2 coming soon classes. So Chubby single-handedly keeping Shadowdark afloat. There's a lot of
Yeah.
good quality Shadowdark creators. There's just a lot
Yeah.
of shit on Drive Through.
But it's just a lot of them happen to be Chubby Funster. I mean, like,
Well, I mean, Greg jokes, but one of the things that I love in his player's guide is the expanded equipment list, because I like
the
using
regular
equipment for
what
weird
the
things.
regular equipment list should be. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's what the regular equipment list should be. But like like it's essential as far. I like the classes, whatever. Classes are classes, and they're easy to make new ones up and kind of pick and choose what you want. I'm not besmirching your classes, Greg. But the second half of this book is like what I steal from it every single time I play Shadowdark. It's so good. What are you laughing at?
Yes.
No,
yes,
Chubbies.
Shellback.
Oh,
Yes, Shellback. It is.
getting Vic to CNY is cheaper than getting me there. That's true. That's true. Japan is far. I gotta finish Streets of Magic first so I can test out the offset style with that. That's fair. Black Rifles and Dark Alleys has 20 classes. Yeah, I like classes.
Okay. I'm not a
classes
fan
a
of
lot.
classes, but whatever.
You have no class? What?
No, Roger's ideal game has 2 classes, Caster
Oh, that's
and Marshal.
right. You guys were talking about that in one of the videos.
Yeah.
I'm watching
Well,
that.
for fantasy, I mean, you need caster and not caster. Like, you don't need any.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you need?
Yeah, that's
That's
a
it.
valid
See,
point. You could
that's
boil it
boring.
down to that.
That agrees with me. Yeah,
Well,
that's what I did.
No, you're
That's
not
the way
right.
it is. That's all you need. Yes, I'm very right. So
Roger's a fun using
no,
ammo rules.
no, mm,
Were
no.
you using them wrong?
no. All I was doing is in Blacklight. The guys come across a bunch of goblins, right? Like, yeah, I know they're spec ops, right? But you got the thing. They come across a couple goblins. They pull a trigger. They use their thing. They make an ammo roll.
Yeah,
to see if
that's correct.
they change ammo, right? Right, Ed? Would you?
I agree
would
with
you
you
do that
100%.
every single combat?
So the only thing I would do is the first combat. If it was small, I wouldn't do it. But everything after that, until they reload.
What if
yes.
it was a small combat later, and there was just like one
Oh,
goblin?
then yes, 100%.
couple
then
goblins.
yes. No.
Absolutely, you do it, right?
Yeah.
Even if they just changed the clip the last time, because maybe they got
Clip.
trigger happy.
The magazine.
true.
It's a magazine.
magazine.
You
Magazine.
dumbass.
I'm
The
sorry,
clip,
I'm
you
not a
just drove a nail
Oh
through
my
my
God.
skull.
Yeah.
good.
It's like, oh.
Good. I'm not sorry. Yeah. The magazine. No. You're right. No, I'm. You know what I mean? Like, I just, that's just how I. So I did that, and then Vic said you don't have to do that every single combat. Well, it's not
Okay,
just
but it's in
swords
the
and
rules.
fireballs, Paul.
So
It's not just swords and fireballs, Paul. It's like, I mean, but really, like everybody's a thief anyway, so you don't need that class. And wizards and clerics, I mean, mechanically they cast spells the same way, so you only
But they
need
shouldn't.
you only need the one class. It doesn't matter whether they get their spells from a book or a god or an extraplanar being or whatever. They just,
yeah.
Matt
I don't
thinks
think
you're a
they're
mana culture.
called. I was thinking the same thing. Tara. I was thinking the
Tora.
same thing, but I don't think they're called clips for the M1 Grand either.
I believe they are.
Yeah, but
believe they're
those are
actually called
clips.
because they're
Those
they
are
actually-
actual
they
clips.
Clip around
Because
the
they're close together.
cards.
Yeah,
yeah.
The clip
And
around.
you jam them in.
Yeah. Get your thumb in there too.
Is this going to become a gun stream? Because I'm okay
All right.
with
All
that.
right. Well, wait.
I know you're
so
okay with
have
that.
we
I
have we
don't
hit
know.
all the subjects? Did we?
I don't know.
Did we have
What was
anyone
the
that needed to
subject?
finish
No.
the subject?
No, we're going to talk about all the things we hate about Shadowdark.
I like a lot
Okay,
of
go ahead.
Shadowdark.
No,
The one
there
thing,
is-
the one thing I
There
really
is
don't like
literally
is travel.
nothing that I hate about Shadowdark. There's
Overland
nothing
travel.
there that you can actually hate upon.
Overland travel.
Hmm?
100%. Even
Well,
in the
did you see the
even
Western
in
Reaches
the-
version?
even the Western Reaches version is
Okay.
dumb.
All right.
And I'm going to show
All
you
right.
why. I had this prepped because I knew it was going to happen. My body is ready.
Oh, wait, Jeff Whitty. Look. Oh,
Hi.
he's
What?
an Army
What?
veteran. We called magazines clips too. It's fine.
No, it's not fine. It's wrong.
I never.
All right.
I get lectured by my son all the
Hex
time, so
crawling.
no, it's not.
Hex crawling. Travel per day. Hexes are 6 miles.
Yep.
You can walk
Wrong
through
with that.
4 hexes per day. Why does terrain not matter?
It does.
Normal
Is
and
this,
difficult.
which
That's
one are you
it.
pulling up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Cost to
like,
enter.
why just
Normal,
and
difficult. 1 or 2.
No, there should be more than that. There needs to be more.
It's like-
I
What do you
really
want?
like.
You
I
want one,
really
two,
like
three?
This doesn't look finished. This doesn't look like the Western Reaches one.
This is the Western Reaches one. This is the one that just got sent out. It's the Player's
Oh,
Guide to the
okay.
Western Reaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true.
So, and then there's the
I thought there was
visibility.
3 categories of
Yeah, they're just
travel
they need a little
hindrance.
bit more here. They need a little bit
Yeah,
more here.
impassable.
That's all
A
Impassable.
little bit more.
Okay.
This is the
impassable,
normal, difficult,
long,
impassable.
short, you know.
There could be more. So
Right there.
Arctic
The
Sea is
cost to
impassable,
enter.
lake is impassable, ocean is impassable. But like
Yeah, but it's all
Oh,
one,
or-
two, or not. You
Yeah.
can't enter.
a river hex should not be as difficult as a fucking mountain or as a jungle. That's dumb.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I get it. I get.
I can
it's
go
my
get a
way.
rowboat and like row across the Fox River, which is a mile from my house. It would take a while because I'm old and slow and fat.
Yep.
But like if I tried to go through the Darien Gap, I would die.
Well, yeah, but that would be an impassable thing for most people.
No, people
Like,
pass
so that
through it
would
all
be
the
an-
time.
In rowboats?
Not in rowboats. The Darien Gap is the jungle that connects Panama to whatever the fuck is connected.
Right,
to
but
Panama.
but
So,
not every day. It's not like every day, but not like it's like normal people aren't doing that. It's not like people like
they
me and you.
absolutely are.
Then
I'm
there's
just
a
saying.
road, and a road makes travel easier. If there's a road or a pathway, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Then it's just a one.
Keep talking guns and Gorchev will appear like Candyman. I mean, I've
I
got
hope
some
so.
shit,
It's going to
but-
be hell of a lot. It's going to be hell of a lot cheaper than flying them here.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
we can. I got lots. I'm sure Rich has several. I mean, I think they're great. So, what I like about Shadowdark is that the subsystems force you to do a lot of things that you normally hand wave for being a pain in the ass, encumbrance, light, etc. Yeah, that's fair. And they
Sure.
are
Yes.
easy and streamlined
Yes.
enough that you don't hand wave them. I do like that.
Yes, that's what he's saying. Yeah, and I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Clever people might notice.
That's-
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, because in the core Shadowdark, it's based on traveling 8 hours per day, and then how many hexes per hour you can do it. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
This has better
Well,
travel procedures.
Is there anything you guys would improve that would have made you like Shadowdark more on a consistent basis, or is it just it is what it is? It's fine, but other games do it better. Period.
My problem is that if Shadowdark, like if it was everything that I wanted it to be for like a campaign game,
That's fair, Matt.
it wouldn't be Shadowdark anymore. It would be OSE Advanced or something. Like I don't think
Okay.
Shadowdark can be what it needs to be for a campaign game to like where I would want to run it as a campaign game still.
I would be happy to, Boone.
Does that make sense?
Moment.
I think the thing that prevents Shadowdark from being a campaign game per se is the first the experience game. I think really holds it back. The fact that it's only 10 levels, and
I like
You know,
that, but
and
I like that too.
well, I think if they went to 14, it would probably be better. I mean, that's like
you're
what
wrong,
I'm,
but whatever.
when I'm looking at
Jeez.
when I'm looking at what well, because 14 is is the benchmark based on BX.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
Why is
basic and
14?
expert.
But why? Basic and expert wasn't first.
No, it wasn't first, but the point.
So why is that the benchmark?
Because I think it became the gold standard. So it might not have been first, but it became the gold standard.
Oh my god, there's way too
You know,
many BX.
I like 10. I like 10 or 12, and I think when I finally get my system out there, it's going to go to 11.
just,
For a
just
couple
to be
Go to
weird.
11.
Just to be
So-
weird, right?
It's going to go to
Um,
11. To be
so-
It's
weird
going to be
and
the
to say
same
that we
comment
take
just
it to
because it's
11.
one more.
Or, yeah,
So
something like
Boone
Make it
Boone
11
asked
and a
to-
half, right? So you can
Boone
have a
asked
half
me
a
to
level.
show. Hang on, Boone asked me to show the OSC version. This is what I like a lot more. It's a very clear procedure.
Oh, it's so complicated.
No, it's not. It's 5 steps.
Look at
Jesus.
this.
Decide
Oh my
course,
God.
losing direction, wandering
my
monsters,
God.
description, end of day. And I have recently read one I like even better than
thanks.
this, but I can't share it. But like,
Oh.
there's different terrain types. They change how you get lost. They can change your encounter chance. That's just a little bit more of like like on the crunch side that I want. What?
No,
What?
like I wonder who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Got wasted. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then also on the very next page in the core book is Waterborne. Yay! So you can do ship stuff. But and I'm not hating on Shadowdark. I like Shadow. Why does this keep doing?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was going to say
probably
Tora is a genius.
Pull up Axe.
If you want
Sure.
complicated, you can pull up Axe.
No, but I mean, if you want something that's that complicated, absolutely play Axe or play AD&D. But
Right.
like, I mean, like, I don't want something that's that complicated all the time. Like, yeah, I'd like to play it and all that stuff, but I think something that's simple and easy, you know what I mean, is nice. But for like a campaign game,
Thanks,
like
Matt.
I think Axe is maybe a little too much, you know, for some of my players especially. So I want to find something in between. Yeah, Shadowdark is fine, whatever. I agree with Gary.
Yeah.
I agree with
Well,
Gary.
yeah, you guys all invest a lot into different games. I mean, obviously.
Sure.
And I'd love
Yes.
to, but I don't have that time, obviously, also. So I've got to be a little more nuanced. But my home, I could always go back. I found my old AD&D books the other day. I could just pull those out and call it a day. I don't need the other systems. I'm already invested in Shadowdark. I'm just saying is you guys all buy stuff just to absorb it, which is cool. I think it gives you guys a much more bigger breadth of like abilities to make that point. And to that, you still say Shadowdark's not bad.
Oh yeah.
3.
No, it's
Yeah, no, and I'll run Shadowdark again. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it's a bad game, a bad system, any of that.
Yeah.
Like, I think
it's definitely
I
a
think
system
it's
I would
fine.
keep on going back to.
Yeah. I think like one of my complaints with Shadowdark, and this is one of those complaints
Step
that
away
like
for 1
people
sec.
are. What, you're gonna miss my speech over here. You're
muted
muted.
himself.
We can't even
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, he
Oh
can't hear
my
you.
god.
Mhm.
You're
just-
in my ear.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
We're
So-
inside Ed, guys.
We're Inside Ed. Inside Ed.
Mm.
Well, it's a new show, and we
Yep.
could do a new show. Inside
that
Ed's
could
head.
be inside Ed's head.
Ed's
All right,
head.
writing that
Yeah.
down. Inside
Ed's head. I love
That's going to be
he's
me and
gonna leave
Ed. That's going to be us collabing.
It's gonna leave the wig. I
Yeah.
love it. Inside Ed's head.
I know.
And then, but when you do that stream, it's got to be like him big on the screen, and nobody could see or hear me and you except for
Yeah.
Ed.
Yeah.
Ed's
That'd
the
be
only
good.
one that can hear us, so he's the one that's got to reiterate stuff. So my thing, right, Shadowdark, I know this is ridiculous, and I'm gonna get some hate for this. Not as much hate I did on my stream when I mentioned that thing, but this book is fantastic.
Yes.
And it's got a ribbon in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it stays open, and it's
Does it?
it's really held together really well from
Mhm.
a lot of use at the table.
Mhm.
And it is wonderful.
Mhm.
It is also $60. And I wish there was a POD version that was $30, $40.
Yeah.
So I can get player copies, for the table.
Okay. Fair.
I that like doesn't set like that's and even Paul's it's tad overpriced for what it is. Yeah, it is. But it's a good book. It's a good book. Yeah, maybe it's a little overpriced for what it is. I mean, I don't mind it because it's in good shape and it's what I mean. It's really put together nice. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen a POD option. And I know a lot of people do when they do Kickstarters and stuff. They'll do like you can pay this much for like a real good version or whatever, but then you can also get a POD version for a little bit cheaper. That's what Stars Without Number there. That's what they you can buy the Smythe's Own books, or you can get the POD. So
Boone, there's about 1 billion supplements to replace Vancy and Magic. Rip it out and change it to something else in OSC. But I mean, that's true for Shadowdark too. You can replace the casting system with something else if you want.
Going back to what you guys said
Yeah.
earlier, I would so love to do that where I'm the only one talking and you two are saying stuff that no one can hear.
Yeah,
Oh, I will
except
have
for
fun
you,
with that.
right? And then
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, but I'll be talking for you.
yeah,
Oh, that's fine.
no, exactly.
We can do that on the first
I love it.
first episode of Inside Ed.
Inside Ed's head.
Today on Inside Ed. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
Sure.
That'll be fun.
To piggyback off of one thing that you were saying, Roger, I just make a copy of this and I hand this to every player. Just this one spread of pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the basic
Yeah.
rules and you know how their hit points works and what's that, you know, whatever. And they just every single player gets one of these. You know, I really should have organized myself better for this and had the things that I use at the table
I get
just to hand it out there. But
So true.
but the let me try to find that spiral bound thing.
I get
wish
it,
was
right?
only
And
50
like,
bucks to go
but
to the
like
movies.
for a
Like a hunt.
campaign game, everybody needs a copy of the book, or have to has access to a copy of the book, because everybody's going to want to look up a spell or their own thing, or like they bookmark stuff. Like everybody needs their own book. So I think paying $60, like, and I get it, like, but I'll buy table copies, right? Because I switch games and stuff. I don't expect my players to have to buy books all the time. Some of them are poor college kids. You know what I mean? Like they don't like, so, you know, so I don't mind doing it. And so I would love to have like a POD version, you know, like if I was going to run Stars Without Number, like I would do that. I would buy
Or
POD versions.
Maybe a POD of the
You know.
players half of the book, like Rich was
Yes.
talking
Or
about. Yeah, he's
just,
grabbing
or
right now.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Just the players have the book or whatever.
Which you
Absolutely.
could do with the
Which I
PDF
could
and
do.
on Lulu and like you know. you
And I
could
mean,
go
I've got a
print that out.
binder.
Yeah.
I could bind them.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
needs to be made available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Arcane
Yeah, but-
Library provided these to Rising Phoenix.
Yeah, they need to
So-
make that available as like a pod for
Yeah.
like $7
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
should definitely
yeah.
put these out because all this does is this just has it has everything that's player facing. You know, I
Yeah.
mean it's only like they don't even is it 73 pages? I don't know if it's actually 73 pages or that's just some of the page numbers, like if it skips. No, maybe it is.
Greg.
It might be 73 pages, you know, as opposed to
So
Okay.
two,
can you go back to
300
Lord
almost.
Mandius for a second?
So
Sure. We can go back to Lord Matty.
yeah, I would definitely recommend to Arcane Library to make these
that one
available.
or
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
here?
And-
No.
What to your point, I printed out just
That
those
one.
essential pages, like the classes and the races
Yeah.
initially, put them in my own like clear sleeve binder thing and gave those to the players. Like
Yeah.
said, here, then you guys have that information. I don't have to keep pulling out like, what does a weapon cost? It's right there.
I've even let my players like finance like the book from me. Like I'd buy table copies and I'd say, look,
Mhm.
if you guys want it and you're going to take it home or whatever, it's $60. Whatever. Give me $10 a week. Give me 20, but whatever. Well, you know what I
That's
mean?
my-
Give me $1 a set, like whatever you want to do. And like, you know, just pay me back for it and you can just take it.
That's
And
my
it-
own one
it-
complaint
it-
about it
you know.
is I bought the PDF. I want the book, but now to buy the book, I got to spend $60 to get the book in the PDF, and there's no just a book option. You know,
Yeah. Right.
unless I find it at a store. Apparently, at a store that's $29.50, but I have no stores around here that I can find so far that are selling Shadowdark.
Really?
So,
I have stores that
Really?
that stock Shadowdark. It's actually the game store that's closest to me stocks Shadowdark, 5e, of course, Daggerheart, Burning Wheel for some
Yeah.
reason, and
Yeah, I see a lot of that.
and a couple of the Borgs, primarily
They got it
Pirate
on a
Borg,
deal.
but that's it. But they they won't let you run games if they don't stock them in the store because they want people, if they like the game, to go buy it, which I get from a business perspective. Completely
Right.
understand, respect it. That makes perfect sense. But it's
Yeah.
just
Paul's got a, sorry, go ahead.
no.
Listen,
ahead.
Paul's got an interesting question. How much weight does campaign game viability have when you buy books? If like for me, obviously, like I run like a lot of one shots and things like that with people or groups or kids or people that don't play RPGs and stuff. So for me, like that really doesn't matter. But like,
Yeah.
but if I'm gonna run a game as like a campaign, then like yeah, I mean I really or if it's a longer campaign game, then I really got to make sure that it's going to be right before I
When
buy
4E
especially
came out,
multiple.
when
thing.
4E came out,
Oh,
I
okay.
realized I could make anything a long-term campaign. It didn't matter anymore. I can run them
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's just you. You know, what do you want to do and what do you want to play with? You know.
Yeah. Chubby, I'm pretty good with my players. Like, I mean, I've had players, like, I've told them that, you know, if I had to, I would buy them the book or whatever, or, you know.
Yeah,
just
Noble
take
Knight
it,
might
like,
have used
take it or
copies show
whatever.
back, and they'll be $85 for some stupid ass.
Yeah,
Fucking
Yeah,
Noble
they
Knight.
will. Yeah.
Noble Knight is so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll be on
So
sale
expensive.
for $85. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I have it has come to my attention that a particular quick start guide has been updated. So I am going to show what I think is a fantastic travel procedure. And
Oh, that's fantastic.
yeah, it is
Can't
fantastic.
wait.
I'm a big fan.
Can't
I'm
wait.
pretty
to
sure
see
you
this.
know what it is.
Yeah.
So let me see.
Has it
Where
got
is
blackjack and hookers? Ah,
It
forget that.
better.
Yes.
It better. Blackjack and hookers is important. I really hope my 8-year-old niece isn't watching. Hi, Kira. If you're watching, I love you.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah, she's heard me say worse. Actually, probably not. But yeah, so in Shadow Sun Revised, Greg has revised the original travel procedure that he had in the book. And I'm just looking through the. Maybe I'm stupid and I passed it. I mean, like, I know I'm stupid,
boy.
but what? Just Roger, talk about.
Okay.
How many
While
percent?
he's talking,
While I look,
Roger,
yeah.
question for you.
Okay.
You say you run a lot of one shots. Do you run with the same groups all the time? Do you repeat anything, or do you just stick with, or is it just different groups?
Sometimes it's different groups. Sometimes it's the same group. I have a play group that meets every week. We play like a large hex crawl kind of open world game that's been through several systems. And I play that on Sundays. And then randomly on Saturdays, I'll run a game. Sometimes I'll run, like, I did a class for a bunch of kids and I ran like 6 different games for them, and gave away some books and all that stuff. And so it just random stuff, or I'll see like one shot or games that are made for one shots, basically, you know, things like that I'll run just randomly here and there for, different groups or whoever wants to play. So, yeah, I don't know if that helps. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, I was just curious because you said you did a lot. And Richard, you mentioned you're always like in conventions and stuff, so that's where you're playing a lot of your stuff. So I know that's from what I've heard because I've never been to one.
Rich is a madman. He like shows up to conventions and like he always runs like 3 completely different game systems.
Yeah, no, my maximum was 5, and I'll never do that again. 5 different game systems.
You ran 5 in one convention.
Yes,
Wow.
I ran 5 different game systems. I ran, and some of them for the first time. So I ran Shadowdark, Conan 2D20, Blade Runner,
okay,
Gangbusters, and I always forget the other one. One other game system, and that was absolutely brutal. And I played in 3 other games too. So it was like total of over 2 days span of time. I ran 5 and played 3. And I was blown away. I mean, it was too much. And the other one was Weird Frontiers, which the books for that, you want to talk about, I didn't bring the spell book because the spell tome for that is another 900 pages.
Yeah. I don't have
Weird
a choice.
Frontiers
I just got the one book.
900-page books. That's insane.
I just got the one book, Rich.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's insane. But at yours, I only ran. Did I run 3? I ran 3. Yeah, but 2 were
different games, but
okay. 2 were Shadowdark, and the other one was different. So the other one was Hyperborea.
My beloved. So okay, I found it. I figured it out. It turns out that Drive-Thru's program was being stupid. But so in Shadow Sun Revised, this isn't the quick start. That's pay what you want. She'll go get it. Chubby's great. So he has a process called Vitality, where depending on like how well you rest and if you have mounts and like how much you've eaten, that's how many essentially travel points you get per day. And then there's a well thought out procedure. Also, the glint seal art is amazing. But this is what I was talking about. Different regions of the world should cost you a different amount of energy and time to cross and search and get into, because it's a risk versus reward evaluation that is missing from the core Shadowdark game. And just saying one or two is not good enough. I'm sorry. Because as stated, a river is not the same as going through a jungle or climbing a fucking mountain. So
yeah, I get it.
nerd rant over. Thank you, Greg.
I just think there's something to be said for simplicity. You know what I mean? Like,
this is still simple. Can you count to like 6?
No. I get it. Yes, it's simple. It's simple. Yes.
Like, I mean, it can be simple and elegant and still fulfilling. All three things can be true.
No, it's from
it's like a tiramisu.
Shadow Sun revised, Shellback. Yeah,
Yes,
I get it, and some of this will come up on my stream Tuesday. Spoilers. But you know.
Okay. Are we talking about Shadowdark or? Oh no. I know. Okay. Is Greg going to be on?
No, we're doing things we've changed our minds on.
Oh. That's right. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, you've changed your mind on the show already.
No, I'll be there.
I won't be there.
I'll be there.
Free on, it's not free on drive-through. It's not free. It's pay what you want.
It's pay what you want. You should
pay what you want.
A couple bucks. It's totally worth it.
So if you want to give Chubby $100 for it, you can.
I did not give Chubby $100 for it. I have instead treated free labor for it.
Shellback is right.
Shellback is right. Yeah. Why? What did Shellback say? Roger can count to 2. That's why he wants 2 classes. I do like that. That is good. Yes, Tora, it is a fantastic procedure. Procedure, not procedure. Sounds like something you should write, Dan, and make some money. I write what? What should I write, Vic? Something stupid?
Yeah.
I don't know what to write.
Procedures.
Stupid stuff makes money.
I think it's a procedure and not
People
a
still buy
procedure
Windows.
because it's based on the hex that you're leaving and not the hex that you're going into.
I just
so far,
I think this is
$100 for it.
This is a perfect example of, just like I said, of how you can still be clean and simple and readable, but still like mechanically sound.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, it's expanded travel procedure. See, you should. You should.
Oh, I should write expanded travel procedures.
Yeah.
Fat Idiot's Guide to Changing Things in Shadowdark, because he likes to yell at the void of the internet with his friends. There we go. Is there a Fat Idiot Productions on drive-thru? Maybe I could get that moniker or something. That'd be fun. Nobody's paid $100 for it. I'm sorry, Greg.
Yeah,
I'm an award-winning writer.
Greg? What are you gonna have for like tiers on the Kickstarter? That's what I'm curious about. Are you just gonna do like the plain Jane? Here's a PDF. Here's like a donate to me tier. Here's a PDF tier. Here's a hardback, tier. Or like, I mean, I'm not expecting you to do, like the play mats and a special jacket, tier or whatever. But like, you gonna have anything like that? Anything higher than that, or are you just gonna stick with the, just the book, tiers, and then like a T-shirt as like an add-on or something?
Thank you, Shellback.
Look at that.
Someone did pay $50 for it. That's cool. Good.
See, look at that.
And drive-through took what, 15, 17.50 of that?
Yeah,
$45. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
bastards.
I take what, 30%.
I think it depends on if you're exclusive or not. If you're not exclusive, it's 35.
Oh.
So you have to go steady with drive-through.
Are we at the end of our list?
List? You had a list?
No,
I have a list. We had a list.
Suggestions.
I know.
I like to give a few prompts, and Ed really holds to them like it's the law.
I don't mean to. This is new to me. It's like
we just hang out and shoot the shit about nerd stuff. Matt, love you. Right. I'll see you on your stream.
Matt, thanks for coming, guys.
Bye, Matt.
Buy Matt's stuff. Buy Matt's stuff. He's got Living Darkness, Volume 1.
There's really good cool stuff in here.
The first adventure is awesome. I can't speak for the rest, but they look pretty good too. But yeah,
I could not
No,
get
no,
into
no.
his
I
North
mean,
Texas game, and I was
you know.
sad.
No, it's good. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Looks awesome,
So
and it's great. So
Thank you.
you guys did a video. Sorry, Rich. These two guys.
you
Yeah.
got these two. We
These
did.
two guys.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't do
Oh yeah,
Anyway, you get the
Yeah.
point. You guys did a video talking about funnels.
yeah, we did
And-
because funnels are awesome.
Fuck
Okay.
funnels.
All right. Hold on. What if I could offer you something that's like a funnel, but replayable?
Did you watch the video?
Yes, I did. Well,
Well,
what do you not like
then I
about
don't
funnels?
know.
You just think they're pointless, right?
I
Dan?
never said that. Dan thinks they're
No,
pointless.
Dan did. Dan did.
Oh, you were talking to Dan now. Okay.
In Shadowdark, I definitely think
Yeah.
they're pointless. Shadowdark's deadly enough at first level. You don't need a funnel beforehand.
Yeah, in Shadowdark, they're pointless
Okay.
because the game's
So-
a funnel.
2 years ago, when I started playing Shadowdark, the first thing I played was I6 Ravenloft because I got the idea from Mike Shea. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
but
All right.
it was a fun thing because we got to play an old school module. But then the next year we played it
Ooh.
again. I'm doing it every year, kind of like you were mentioning. You would do the blacklight thing again next year, or
Yeah,
whenever.
I'm thinking about doing
not
it like
whenever.
Halloween or something, or maybe doing it at my con or
But-
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Christmas rolled around, and my son's like, "Hey, I would really like to play another thing like that." I
Yeah.
spent an entire month barfing out an entire new, like my own holiday-esque adventure. That aside, the
Okay.
point is, it gave me the idea of something called a dungeon run. Instead of a funnel that's all low-level zeros, it's like first level, fifth level characters, and you're
This-
burning
this
through
just sounds
actual
like a-
classes.
This just sounds like a pre-written Shadowdark. Like pick any Shadowdark module.
You could, you absolutely could, except that instead of that, you add some underlining achievements that have to be completed, or you don't actually win the adventure. You still fight the boss, you still do other things, but you in the end have to achieve certain things. You have to discover playing it. People replay video games all the time. They play, Left 4 Dead a lot. They play board games. We all play board games a lot
Yeah,
over and
Vic.
over.
We'll be in touch, Vic. Well, so I guess I'm confused. I don't know. Maybe Dan, the chat disappeared. I don't-
Restream had a weird thing that like reloaded or something. There we go.
Well, I saw
Fixed it.
Dan got all blurry for a second. It was all like
Everybody got blurry
Um,
on mine.
I guess I don't know. I don't understand what I don't know. Maybe I missed something or something in my brain tweaked while you were talking or something. I apologize.
That's all
But
right.
like to me, it sounds like you're saying just run a Shadowdark module over and over again or something. Like I don't.
Well, be more specific. Like use I6 Ravenloft. You run it. Let's just say you ran it every year as a Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So every year do the same thing. I'm going to take a bunch of fifth level characters and I'm going to put them through there, and they're going to die. And you're going to have a stack of fifth level characters
Wow.
to pull from.
Some of them might die. Some of them might actually survive.
Well, no, I always have survivors.
Like, that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But the smart play.
Okay.
Hey, smart player does well.
All right. Yeah.
But the point
Okay.
is, your goal is to beat Strahd. But
Sure.
what if you can't exactly beat him? Like you said in the one you did, if he gets to this certain point, he closes the rift and he takes over, right? Well, what if there's
that's
a
when
way
he
to
comes and attacks them, and there's a final battle, and then if he
correct?
kills them,
But what if there's
then-
more to it? What if he comes back every year because you have not actually defeated him? You haven't found like certain objects in
All
the
right.
castle.
all right. So here's my only problem with that
Yeah.
is what happens. Like someone finds the stuff and defeats him, like properly. Then what? Then he doesn't come back,
Well-
and I never get to run it again.
No, you come up with something new to spin off of that, or you come up with other ideas. It's just the point. It's like they could go in 3 times, 5 times.
I mean, here's the thing though, with like Strahd, especially,
Yeah.
like Strahd can't be killed. Like he can't be killed proper, like ever. Like he just keeps
Well,
coming back,
Sure.
right? Because his soul is trapped and the whole thing. I mean, he just keeps coming back. At least in my mind, right? Like, so I mean, I did that when I ran Curse of Strahd in Dan's favorite game, and Dan's favorite system, Hyperborea. But
yes, that's Chubby's correct.
yeah.
That's
okay,
part of the game.
So, but Chubby, the way that I'm doing it is I've got all the rooms and the layout's the same, but the different pieces, because I use the cards, different pieces end up in different rooms
Mhm.
and they each have different guardians, you know, that are there. So like this time the Sun Sword might be in the crypts with
Right.
the gargoyle, you know, but the next time I do it, it might be, you know, in the kitchen with the angry chef or whatever, you know, like, I mean, so there's different things like that. So like, it's all, you know, so it's not like, okay, we have to go to this room and get this and this room and get that, because no one
Correct.
knows where to go. So that's kind of why I do it like that. But is that what you're talking about? Like just doing that and running that like over and over again?
Sort
Like,
of. I've got a whole thing to explain it better. I'm not sometimes good at explaining myself, so
I apologize. I mean,
That's okay. No.
I'm intrigued by the annual event with metagame knowledge by the players being something that, you know, makes
This
it
part of it.
different.
Yeah.
yes.
Like that
And I mean,
intrigues me.
Yeah.
I kind of get what you're saying. Like, you know, like, oh, the bad guy just keeps regenerating, coming back or whatever.
I'll send you
you know?
something
Yeah,
later.
Team Van Richten.
Team Van Richten, that'd be
Um,
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, well, like what I said, like, even if they kill Strahd, like, alls they do is they put off like for a
Right.
year, like his joining. So then,
Well-
like next year, like he's gonna come back or whatever.
It's like
you know?
Mortal Kombat. There's still going to be another tournament.
Yeah.
Shao
Well,
Kahn's still going to come back.
But what if, like, say you put some elements here, say like this actually kills Strahd. This is the end event, and then Strahd is dead. Then, you know, next time around you could add a new villain. You know, somebody else could become the new Strahd. You know,
So
and
what
then
you're
you
saying
add
is
new
you're going
elements.
from the Frieza saga to the Cell saga once
This
they
sounds
finally
like you've
win.
been watching Mike Shea's video, which I don't like the idea of doing.
No.
He's
I
got the
get it. There's
Irina
inspiration
Sergey
100%.
circular
But
thing going on.
I'm just
there.
throwing out ideas because you're talking about like what happens if they beat it. Well, then they won. You know, they did it.
Or you come up with
But-
a new one.
right.
You keep running
That's-
it year over year
like I
until they
said,
beat it, then you
I've-
come up with a new one.
I'm working on a third one right now. It's mostly for Blacklight, but the point is, I have one now. I have Strahd. It still hasn't been completed yet. I have one for Christmas, and now I'm gonna do a completely new one for something else.
Is your one for Christmas based on Die Hard? Because it should be. have-
Sorry,
there
I
was
had
that
to- what's up?
module. There was that module. It was for Shadowdark.
There was.
wasn't
It was for no. It was for 5e. I
Yes, but
thought.
not with the same group.
Yeah.
Well,
like
okay.
Nakatomi Plaza or something.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
it was called or something.
So, no, it's not based on Die Hard at all. No, sorry.
It better be.
The-
Wait a minute, Ed. Hold up.
Hey, yeah, hang on. Time out.
Very
Finally,
important.
we get to the
Very
derail.
important question here. Very important question here, and this may be the fate of whether you ever come on my channel or this channel ever again. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No, the question you should be asking is, what's your favorite movie and why is it Die Hard?
Oh, okay. All right.
That's your
but it's a
question.
Christmas
But
movie.
Die Hard
right?
is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
To answer the
100%.
question, it is a
All right.
Christmas
We will.
good.
It's not Christmas
okay.
till Hans Gruber falls off Nakatomi Plaza. Just
Okay.
can't
All right.
be.
Yeah, I
So-
agree. Nagatomi
No,
Plaza, Nagatera.
So
over with I love
the
it.
the title
Love
of
that,
my
Vic.
the title of my Christmas campaign is Ginger Dread.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I love
the
it.
Krampus is
All
coming
right.
to steal your kingdom and put it with his own kingdom in order to seal all your resources.
Okay.
All right.
So there you go.
So, yeah,
All right.
all right. And is that going to be like a recurring living campaign where he's going to keep coming back until you find a way to kill Krampus?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's awesome.
Well, not kill
Consi-
Krampus. It's every there's more going on than that.
Can Santa show up with a whole bunch of guns, a la Violent Night? Violent Night 2 comes out this year, by the way. I can't
Yes,
wait.
it does.
Oh my God. I'm totally gonna make Nagatomi Plaza for
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Black Light.
That's
Well,
like,
and,
yeah.
and you know what? There's gonna be like a drunken Santa Claus in it, and like his suit is gonna be like chainmail, or it'll be like, you know, it'll act as chainmail or whatever. But you got to wear the whole thing, the hat and everything. It'll give you like +3 AC or something.
My
I
son
think
just
that'd be
stuck his head
awesome.
in here and he goes, "Do you guys not play a campaign to the end and then move on to the next campaign?" Was his point.
Wow. Yeah. So I mean, I like
Sometimes.
doing that. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, I have my campaign that doesn't really have an end. I've played long campaigns
That's fair.
to an
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't really have an end. I mean, I kind of have like a story, and I kind of know what the world I'm using is and all that. But like, so that'll come to an end at some point. But I don't know, man. Like the older I get, the more I realize that there's a lot of games that I want to run. So I have to run short campaigns. I can't run, I can't run 10 plus year, your 10-year plus campaigns.
Yeah.
I got to be
I don't
able
think a lot of us
to,
do
Yeah,
anymore.
I can run one campaign that's supposed to be a year, years running,
Yeah.
but the other two I like to swap out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. 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 I
So
hear you 100%, Rich. Yeah.
I have a Shadowdark related question that popped into my head.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Have you backed anything that for Shadowdark that disappointed you?
I've only backed the two things.
Yeah,
well,
Western
yeah.
Reaches. Western Reaches.
Yeah, Western Reaches
I know.
and the original. So I haven't backed anything else.
No, but he's
No,
talking about disappointing.
That's Roger's answer is Western Reaches. I think.
Disappointing. That's my answer. Is Western Reaches. I backed it and I'm disappointed.
This is mine.
What the hell?
You
I
don't
think
like
I
that?
backed that. I don't have it yet.
You don't have it?
When did you get that?
Like
I bought it after it finished.
4 months ago? It's
Maybe I didn't back it. I don't know.
wait, there's things that you don't back? Yeah, I got it. I thought it might be cool. It was not cool. I hate the art. The Shadowdark, because they did a 5e version and a Shadowdark version. The Shadowdark version's just the 5e art. It's even got the stupid like watercolor splotches behind all the monsters and everything. It's all brightly colored and lame. I don't know. I was unimpressed when it
I don't
showed
know.
up, and it made
Was
me
that on
sad.
Kickstarter?
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
don't know. I
waiting
don't,
for the prints to come out, but I backed the Roll for Combat tomes. And
I backed
af-
those. The PDFs just came out. I'm assuming you saw the final.
yeah,
PDFs.
yeah, I saw the PDFs. Yeah, and what I'm really not happy about is this is silly or just so nitpicky. Like if you have black and white art, the whole thing is you should have different artists, and I feel like a lot of it's very samey and it's very condensed. Like there's a lot there that it actually overwhelms it and doesn't look as cool as it could be.
Yeah.
So
I just started perusing the Elemental book with all the monsters in it, and that there's some interesting monsters in there.
I've
but I
used a
haven't-
few of them. They're fun.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the other two yet. So, but hopefully the actual books will be here at some point. So, because I much prefer when I'm like reading an RPG book, like reading the actual physical book, and not on my monitor. Greg rarely buys anything unless he hears it's good from a lot of people. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. That's a reasonable
that
adult
seems-
child
Yeah.
with two actuaries way of approaching things.
Yes.
Roger's the
agree.
opposite end of the spectrum. He rarely doesn't back anything because of FOMO.
Man. Like I can't. I'm not going to show you guys my Kickstarter because
Because it's almost 700.
because it's there's
Well,
a lot of stuff on here and I'll get crap for a lot of it, but one of these days I'll do
You should do a video
I'll show
on
it.
Yeah.
We'll do a video or something. I think I want to have a couple people on though, but
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be a fun episode. Like, show your
just go
Kickstarter.
through
Like,
it. And then everybody's
show-
gonna
show
be
your
like, why the
shame.
hell did you back that or whatever? Yeah.
well, I actually went through last week, and I was like, because we were talking about it at some point about unfulfilled Kickstarters, and I was like, how many do I have unfulfilled? And there's
I only have 10 unfulfilled.
really.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so I backed
unfulfilled.
99 and I have 89 89 pledges that were successful. Maybe not all fulfilled, but they were successful.
Okay,
Um
you're
and
lucky.
then I have unsuccessful pledges 30. So I don't know why my numbers are coming up different. It's kind of weird. It's like it's showing 89 89 successfully charged. So 99 total, 89 successfully charged, and 30 unsuccessful.
Yeah. Now, some of them I've backed 117 is what my number of shame is. Like some of them I backed this year, and they're obviously not here yet. But like stuff that was fairly recently done, like the Arabal Tour setting for Dragonbane is one, and I backed the new print of Symbarum and Agiles. What?
I do have another kind of it's not a huge disappointment, but something I really wasn't thrilled with.
What's
and,
that?
I should have known ahead of time because I did back because it was out, so I could have looked at PDFs and stuff. But Dark Space, it's okay. It's not bad, but it's very like vague with the character classes and stuff. Like there's a class for every stat. There's like it's like instead of being like, the brute or whatever, it's like the strong character, the smart character, and like those are the classes.
That's kind of weird.
And
Yeah, because
it's
there was like a weird like splurge of the space Shadowdark, because there was Dark Space and Aether Dark and Cyberdark. They were all kind of like on Kickstarter at the same time. Greg's
everybody
final
was jumping on
question.
the bandwagon.
I backed Cyberdark, but yeah, I got this, and this is cool because this is glow in the dark.
Yeah.
This will glow in the dark. It's cool, the dark space.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
But yeah, the classes are they're archetypes. There's the strong archetype.
Yeah, that's weird.
There's the quick archetype.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
There's
which
the
of your
tough archetype?
which of your 3d6 down the line is the highest? Okay, I get
the
it.
clever archetype. Wise. And charming.
Yeah.
And then just for fun, there's like the droid thing, which has different things. But yeah, I mean, so I was kind of like, I don't know, disappointed with that, where it was just like, man, like they could have done so much. Like they could have had the scoundrel and the brute and,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
So, Roger, we'll start with you. What is your most controversial take on other people's personalities in the RPG community? Forget this is a public stream. Just share your true feelings without worrying about blowback.
My most controversial take on him. I don't think I have real controversial takes on anybody.
Really?
Like I
At
think
all?
my takes on everybody are spot on.
Fair. What's your take on me?
I gotta go. I gotta go. I think you're fine. I think my biggest issue with you is that you're catching up too quick.
Yes, I am.
Too quick.
Yes, I
Yeah, but he
am.
might be like a
You're
burning star. He'll flame out and
Oh, yeah.
he'll just come back.
Thanks for
Dan's
Just
gonna
personally.
surpass.
I'm gonna get
gonna
one. I'm gonna
surpass.
get one below Roger, and Roger's gonna get one below Jeff, and we'll all just gain one sub at the same time.
Yeah, Gary. I mean, the dark space looks fine. It's not terrible, but like I said, there's things like that in it that's just so plain, and like where they could have just flavored stuff up, and
Hey,
they're
Angelo.
really trying to just be, hey Angelo,
Hey.
but
Happy Friday.
I don't
buddy.
know. Cyberdark. I'm still waiting for Cyberdark. I don't know why I don't have the book yet. Vic, did you get your book, or do you just have PDFs of Cyberdark? Because I'm still waiting on mine.
I did back Cyberdark. It's I just have PDFs. I don't have the book itself yet.
Okay, so maybe the PDFs were released, and I'm terrible with like claiming the PDFs.
Yeah,
until I
the
get
the
book.
last pledge manager call before production was posted on August 5th. So I'm sure the books are being printed now.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm worried that you guys are
I'm-
going to catch up to my YouTube numbers. Yeah, right.
I don't know. I mean,
Not
I've
happening.
got some things in the works that they might
I'm-
explode.
I am no threat
know?
to anybody at all.
So, I might
It's
be.
not a
might be
threat. It's not
catching
a
up.
zero-sum game.
I don't know.
So, but well, that was a fun
Yeah. I mean, I
2-ish hour
guess
conversation on Shadowdark.
the good thing about these being bound and put together so well is that Angelo would be able to run this and without the entire book falling apart.
That's true. Should I Angelo my Shadowdark book?
Oh my God! I'm gonna leave if you do that.
No, I can't do it. I can't do that. to
Oh my
book. I love
God!
my
I
books
thought
too
you were
much.
gonna do it.
No,
My eyes started
no.
to twitch.
That's why
No,
these are nice, right? You can
You
can
can-
do
oh,
that.
look at that.
No,
Look at that,
I
Angelo.
am a coil bound believer. Like for
Yeah.
shit I actually run.
Yeah.
It's the best binding. It looks like crap on a shelf. It's unbeatable at the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the Chaosium Rune Quest Classic Kickstarter, I cut way back. Luckily, if I back one thing every 2 years. Okay, well, you should totally back Shadow Sun Revised next month because
Now,
it's awesome.
Let me ask you, Dan. So you sent that out to what? Like Lulu does that kind of binding?
Yeah. Well, I also have
So what do you
I
do?
have a
You
coil
take the
bind.
PDF of the, and then you send it to Lulu.
So I have a coil binder, but I have printed things off on Lulu. So,
right.
for instance, I've got a great example here. There's a dude named Lixu that does. He has some like print on demand books for
Right.
OSE. This is a Spelljammer one. So
Right.
what happens is, when you print something on Lulu, you give it the inner pages file, and then it calculates like what the size of the book is, how many pages it is. You pick your paper weight and your print type, premium ink or regular, and then color or black and white. And then it'll give you a PDF file to download for the cover based on the binding that you select. So like for a coil bound, it's just basically 2 pages back to back, and you can open it up in Photoshop or GIMP or whatever, and copy and paste stuff in there. Like some people that make their own books have like cover files, but it's really not hard. But yeah, like you can do coil bounds with it. You can do case cover or case bound hardcovers. You can do perfect bound paperbacks, and if the book is small enough, you can do saddle stitched. So, but I've printed out a handful of things on Lulu. It's handy.
Matt is bag. I kind of mentioned this. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Yeah, Matt took all the Western Reaches stuff, the player stuff, and all the stuff from the core book and compiled everything together into one Shadowdark player's guide.
That'd be awesome.
And then he went through and renumbered all the pages and then actually went through the index and the references and stuff and changed all the page numbers to all of that. And he like moved art around and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. New like covers and everything for it. And I think he had it print either comb bound or coil bound or whatever. And man, he did a fantastic job. I know, just crazy. Coil bound. Yeah. Coil bound.
Yeah. Coil bound is the best.
I have a comb binding machine. Now I bought the comb binding machine because, well, I mean, I did it for homeschooling stuff and all that. I got a decent printer, and I end up doing. I've got an electric punch for it, which is nice. So I can put 25 pages in there and hit the button, and it just punches it. And I couldn't find one of those for coil binding, and I find it easier to put combs together than it is with the spiral binder, even with the electric thing that helps, spin it. But especially on the books that I'm binding, because they're generally school books for homeschooling and all that. So they're, they're like over an inch thick, and that causes problems with coil binding because you need to like curve the edges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't just use a flat thing. So that's why I use comb binding for most of the stuff. And I mean, it works,
Okay.
It works fine and you could still fold them back, so, but yeah. Vic, Matt put a ton of effort into it, to do that. And I think that's fantastic. And like, that's the thing. And, you're going to do a GM one, right, Matt? Once that stuff drops. Homeschooling is cool. Yeah. Well, depends on who you ask.
All right. Well, we're right about at that time. So, Rich, you got anything you want to shout out before we wrap it up?
So I may have Tom Wilson on my channel.
Nice.
Sunday night. Hopefully, he touches bases because his convention will have. His convention is on the 25th and 26th of September, so it's less than a month away. I think Sunday he shuts down. He shuts down badge sales possibly on Sunday. So, but yes, I will be at ShireCon on the 25th and 26th. I am running HYPERBOREA 3rd edition. I'm running 2 sessions of the same adventure. That is Red Nails. I'm running Red Nails, which Dan had played in.
That was fun.
And
Nice.
and it will be further enhanced by miniatures painted by Stan from Troll Den Painting. He currently has all of the big things there, and the player characters and some of the major NPCs. So he's been doing a phenomenal job with that. And so and then I'm playing in Robert Connolly's game. Robert Connolly, if you're not familiar with his stuff, as far as like his world setting and everything, definitely check out his stuff over there on Drive Through RPG. That's the Majestic Fantasy RPG, and it's awesome stuff. So I'm pitching his stuff more so.
But if you want to know about how Corel Draw works for drawing maps, oh my God, just mention it to him, and he will talk to you forever about that. He's so ecstatic about all that stuff.
Definitely. So I'm pitching other people's stuff more so than my own. Come to my channel and please consider subscribing and sharing and commenting in the sections. Become a member if you want. $1 a month to become a member. And I'm at 900. I'm at 4910. So
nice.
I am just 90 subscriptions away from 5,000.
There's Rich. I'm putting links to all the channels in the chat.
Yep.
So people
thank you very much.
Because you're a dear.
I know.
And I have Roger. I have to touch bases with you to figure out how to use Nightbot and all those other things. And
Nightbot's annoying,
and giveaways too. So I gotta figure that out. How to do a giveaway.
Roger, what do you got coming up?
In chat, Roger, Corel Draw. Yeah, Corel Draw. Thanks, Dan. Wow. So I'm streaming a lot. I got a lot of games going on and stuff. I'm going to try and run some games online. Thinking about putting together some actual play stuff and going live with that. Doing obviously this stream on Fridays. Tuesday is our big stream where we talk about random topics. This week is going to be or next week, I guess Tuesday, right, is going to be things that we've changed our mind on, things we've come around on, things like that. I think it's going to be a great discussion. Other than that, we're doing the designers and DMs thing every other Wednesday. We just did it Wednesday. I actually couldn't be there. Dan
not
was
we.
There. Yeah,
you weren't there.
Well, I wasn't there. Dan was there last week. He took over for me. Did a fantastic job.
I almost didn't know you were gone.
I listened to it. On the way home, and I was like, "Holy shit, he's doing a better job than I do on these things."
My job is leading meetings of people like all day.
Yeah,
so.
no, you're fantastic. So,
thanks, I love you too.
Just a lot of stuff going on. December 12th, we're doing the game day, Central New York game day. That's going to be down at the Pinball Hall. It's just $10. I didn't prepare for this and have a link ready, in advance to post, but it's like $10 to thanks, Dan. It's like $10 to get in. It's fantastic. It's going to be a great time, all day gaming. It's at the Pinball Hall. You get $5 off if you want to go to the Pinball Hall. I know it's in upstate New York. I know it's in December. So, we're expecting a handful of people. Rich, maybe we'll see Rich if the weather's right.
I'm
we'll
coming.
see.
If I show up, it'll be a surprise.
Coming, so.
Both you and I.
No. I get it. I get it. It's mostly trying to get locals and stuff, just gaming and all that stuff. So, but yeah, doing that. Hopefully, the Central New York page and all that stuff will be up this week, and we'll start talking about that stuff and start plugging that, and it's going to be fantastic in June. We got a theme picked out. Mostly me, but no spoilers yet. But we got a thing. We got a movie picked out. So, well, more on that eventually.
All right.
So I think that's it. I don't know.
Ed?
That's what I got.
Ed, what do you got? You firing your channel back up, buddy?
Well, I'm planning on it, thinking about it. I've got some ideas. I've got a free weekend this weekend. I have no wife. She went away. So I just have me and the kids hanging out, so
She went
I know.
away.
She went away.
Sound like she's in the freezer or something. I
She
don't
went
know.
to she went to the mystic land of Tennessee. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
coming up, I will be performing at my local Target this evening, showing you how to move stuff from one shelf to another.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool.
Super fun. But yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I was just going to copy a bunch of stuff Roger did, and try to purchase it and look cool doing it.
You know what you could do? I recommend making your own vest out of an old T-shirt and some ink Sharpies, which, by the way, get everywhere. My and bleed through T-shirts. My mouse
cool.
pad, my mouse desk mat is now stained.
Oh my God.
So, but yeah, I've got some videos in the works. I have an idea for a series. I'm going to start actually making regular content. I think now that my project at work is finally
about
easing
time.
up a bit. Yeah, dude, my summer's been jacked up, man. It's been busy. So, but yeah,
because you got to get on everybody's show.
I
you
do.
haven't
It's
gotten
fun.
on everyone's
I
yet,
have
but
weaseled my way from chat slumlord into just hanging out. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. You meet some really great people. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. It was a wonderful time. Ed,
thanks, guys.
Rich, Roger, thank you all.
Have a great night, everyone.
Great.
Have a good night, y'all. Have a good weekend. Bye now.
Later,
Bye.
everybody.
Take care.